Hi, this is Mark, and I'm here at home, and I have a new haircut that Danica did yesterday. I don't have any product in, so it doesn't look quite as spiffy as yesterday's, but I'm doing the reading from the Golden Present Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda, and I hear Tuna coming in to join me. Hi, come on in. You gonna join me for the reading? Okay, well, come on in. So this is the reading for October 5th, and the topic is You Are the Pure Spirit. It starts off saying, You are the pure spirit. Yeah, the body was created. It is part of nature. But do not identify yourself as the body. That becomes a good excuse for us sometimes. A good excuse to be a lazy fellow. Heaven and hell are within. They are your own creation. You create your own Satan, your own darkness. Do not get caught up in all of these things. Always identify yourself as the pure spirit. I am using the body, using the mind. Chidanand, Chidanand, Chidanand Ham. Hara Haru Lume Alumastu Satchidanandaham. That means I am not the body, not the mind, immortal self am I. Immortal self I am. Sing it loud. Chidanan, Chidanan, Chidanandaham. Harahalume Alumastu Satchidanandaham. I know this one actually. This is one of the chants I like and sometimes sing in class. I am not the body, not the mind, immortal self I am. Sing it loud, especially when you feel that your mind is a little depressed and you have allowed yourself to be affected by that. Instead, get up and say, I am not the body, not the mind, immortal self I am. In all conditions, I am knowledge, bliss, absolute. Shout, shake off the darkness, remember your true nature. And actually, this is the first time I've actually written in this book, and I have a note here, and let me see what it says. When we practice golden silence, often our awareness of our bodies, our minds, moves forward into our consciousness. We may feel a closer relationship to certain feelings and sensations and want to identify with them. It's not unusual. Don't get caught up. Yeah, I mean, we have a body, we have a mind, and I know that this is, I've often taught this as well to say, we're not the body, we're not the mind, that we are this immortal self. But recently, I feel like I want to acknowledge, yes, we are also the body and also the mind because it's a vehicle, to say that, how did you get from here to there? Did you go in a car or a plane or what was your vehicle? Like that has importance to the point that we want to take care of it. We want it to be a good operating car and certainly a good operating plane to get us from place to place. So taking care of that and honoring that as well, I feel like is important. But ultimately, yes, we are more than that. To identify only as that vehicle would limit us. It wouldn't allow us to actually then put our 2 feet on the ground and experience the world around us. We would only know by moving back and forth from this vehicle. But we actually can experience the true self when we can get out of the car, when we can begin to disidentify with the body and the mind as being our sole entity, our sole identity. We certainly are more than that. So it's always helpful to remember not to get caught up in that. But, like with cars, somebody could, be obsessed with keeping their car in perfect condition and keeping it clean all the time. And, it can be helpful to have that to a point, but to overindulge in that, maybe that's distracting you from some other things in life that need your attention. And then the last thing I want to touch on is that the heaven and hell are within. They are your own creation. So this may be radical for some people, maybe not so for others, but to imagine that heaven and hell are actually here on earth. This is what we experience in our own minds, in our own creation. It's not something for later. It's something that we are creating right here, right now, in every choice we make and every action. And there are certainly, I would say, some things going on around the world that could be labeled as heaven or hell, with the way that they're unfolding and the way that they exist. But can we do something about that? So either we're contributing to make it more of a hell, or we're contributing to make it more of a heaven, or we're contributing to try to move the hell towards heaven, or maybe shifting and moving heaven towards hell. But we are creating this with our own minds, and you create your own Satan, your own darkness. It's a lot of what the autobiography of a yogi is about. There's a book that is a pretty popular one, Autobiography of a Yogi. So rather than thinking, again, I like this idea, it's not something for later. It's something that we are creating right now. And when we can drop into understanding our true spirit and who we truly are, we're no longer bound by some of these moral codes that other people have created to try to shape the way that we think. Tap into that inner truth. And how can we do that? Well, that's what I feel the practices of yoga have offered. And they're not a religion. They're not forcing you to think any certain way. The practices are helping you drop in to listen, and that you end up discovering what that is. And I know for me, that's changed all through the years. It keeps evolving as the more I practice, different things are heard. So, all right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.